think one of the issues with 21-21, as a smaller country, it's very hard to train in it because you need another 21 people to fight against.
That's right, yeah. And so it looks like the Czech fighters are already starting to enter the list. Italy, however,
Not to be seen as of yet. And that's the Czech Republic making their way into the lists.
they do have good armour. They do look good.
And there's their mountain, Pavel.
Such a lovely guy as well.
It's often the case.
Awesome guy. So unfortunately, you said before, there can sometimes be slight delays in getting ready for the 21 versus 21 because they're having so many fighters to get checked.
Yeah,
That extra time.
Yeah, a lot of logistics involved in getting ready for the 21s.
Yeah. And still Italy. Taking a big entry here.
Here comes Italy.
Big round of applause from the home crowd supporting the Italian team. And I can see actually there are some fighters from Italy 3. They've got again, once again, a very good balance between the runners and the tanks, as you can call them.
Not many very long halberds coming in with the Italians.
So I'm quite surprised. There really aren't so many when they do the, even with the 5 versus 5. Not so many use them. You can see they've got the back row coming up here.
Yeah, here comes the second row, looks like,
Yeah.
with the longer halberds.
That's right.
Italians now making their way in, getting the last armoured checks and being counted as they do so. Czech Republic have been checked and been counted. So once the Italians are in, I think we can see the start and get underway.
A lot of support from the seconds of the team. They are, of course, moving out of the way. Again, it's very useful having this extra space between the grandstand and the list, of course,
Yep.
on our side of the stage. Access so much easier than it was in the past. So they need another fighter to come in, being called by Michele Maggio. And the chants have already started. I suspect we'll be hearing a good bit of noise here. The thing is, my question, will the Czech Republic take a steady start or will they rush? I feel that the Italians will go for the rush.
I think the Italians will feel bolstered on by the crowd here, and they will go for that early rush,
Yeah.
that early shot, sign of aggression to the
Yeah.
Czech.
Since the marshals are now satisfied with most of the fighters in the back row of the Italian team. So, marshals now taking their place.
I think we're about to see this get underway.
Still, the night marshals having a second check for the numbers. Satisfied that there are 21 on each team now, so we can get underway. And that's the start of it.
And there they go. Yeah, both going for the middle there.
Hesitation there from Italy. I think they're going to regret that. Not yet breaking through any lines. Solid strikes coming down from the Czech Republic. Already an Italian has had to change his weapon.
Oh, big shield punches from the Czech and the Mongolian armour there.
Well, this is pretty close at the moment. There are a couple of Czech fighters down. And there it is now. Bodies piling up on one side there. They need to be very, very careful of that in case they do fall over each other. But they seem to have broken each other's lines fairly well. Another weapon is gone from the Italian team.
Yeah, the lines are non-existent now, really. You've got small gatherings.
Yeah.
Big hit there from the Italian halberdier. Down goes a Czech fighter.
However, there is a charge from the Czech Republic. Back into the Italian side here.
Another Italian fighter goes down there.
Some stunning work from the halberdiers.
Yeah, good charge by that Italian halberdier there.
Yeah, we were saying how there weren't so many, but a few of them who turned up, I'll tell you what, they're making the difference here. So, there is still a group of Czech fighters in the middle. Another one down there, however, they need to be very careful here in case they fall over each other. And that Italian fighter is down, takes a huge blow to the head, however.
Yeah.
Great fall there from Italy. The resilience of this team is
that big Czech guy is not going down easily, is he?
This is a very close fight. Morano's gone down. Those Italians will need to move forward. They need to take charge of that lighter fight. Very close this fight.
And that big Czech Mongolian fighter is going to go over there to try and help out his teammates.
Yeah, and I think he's going to make a big difference here. You can see the Czech fighters regrouping in that area.
Yeah.
And that's a smart idea. There are fewer grounded fighters. I think they're going to have to try and wear down those big...
that charge there by the Czech fighter there did not pay off.
Oh, that's a big push there. Cannot quite get the Czech fighter down. But they've done it.
He's
Great
down.
move there from the Italians. All pressed against the list now.
Big shield punches, big halberd hits.
The Italians now pushing
and
it
down
out
goes
to
the Czech fighter.
They're coming down to the last few now. The Czech Republic in all kinds of trouble here.
Yeah, three of them still standing now.
It goes for a suicide move, and that takes the number down to just, is it 2 Czech fighters?
It looks like it. That Czech fighter there trying to duck under those big halberd hits.
Czech fighter still is not going down.
I think he's sat on a downed opponent at this point. Yeah, the marshals have called it.
That's right, yep.
And
that is it. That's fight over. Round 1 to Italy. Well, great fight there. Very, very evenly matched. That's a big result for them, and the crowd make a big noise. Well, they started off fairly cautiously, hesitating when the Czech Republic arrived. They seemed to be more aggressive at the start. But it's the win that counts. However, we do know, as we've seen today, the Czech Republic is a team which, when losing the first round,
doesn't always mean they've lost the game.
That's right, yeah.
They can easily pull back in.
That's right, as they did twice in the 5 versus 5. So this is by no means over. I seem to have presents arriving for me. I don't know if it's a parcel bomb. It says Kenning Street on it, which is an HMB Buhurt League event this August, 17th, 18th and 19th. That will be in the Netherlands.
Please try to stay on this level when you speak.
Yeah.
You can see the replay there. Some big shots. There's quite a clear Italian line there. Very well organised.
There's that big Czech fighter in the Mongolian armour, taking a hell of a beating from the Italians there.
Yeah, but he's
hell of a beating. Big halberd hits going on against his head. Saying that, some equally big halberd hits going in from the Czech. Weapon breakage there.
There were a few breakages I saw.
Yeah.
The first one coming from the Italian team. It might have been a manufacturing problem because they seem to come apart quite easily.
Just getting the lines reorganised now to begin round 2. Italy, Czech Republic. And of course, after this, we've got UK, Germany.
Need I guess who will be supporting for that one?
Nope, it's fairly obvious.
Right, fair enough. Well, look, in more recent times, I've spent time with the UK, with the teams. So I guess I'll have to be supporting them as well.
Yeah, okay then, I guess we're agreed.
Not that we're partial or anything.
No,
Right,
none of that going
none
on.
of that, no, we're professional. Okay, we go now to round 2 of Italy, Czech Republic.
I didn't see Pavel much in that round. I don't know if maybe he wasn't in that the first round, the big Czech Republic
I don't
fighter.
think it was, no.
And he stands out a lot. It's hard to miss.
Yes, that's right. He doesn't wear the tabard.
No, he doesn't need to. That size.
No.
No one's going to get confused. You're not going to mistake him for someone on your team.
I doubt it, no.
No. Unless that last hit was particularly hard.
There is that, yeah.
Yeah.
But you can see he's got his peacock plumes in there
Yeah.
again.
A lot of helmet plumage in the Czech team. There's that fantastic white plume again.
Ah, yeah.
Some more of your favourite painted helmets there in the second row.
Oh, there it is, yeah. Love it. Okay.
Czech Republic fighter. I'm going to a quick word with the marshal before they start.
Efficiently sent back.
Yep.
Okay. Finally, we are ready for round 2. It's quite a slow changeover, to be honest.
Yeah. Looks like the Czech are stacking to one side. If you look.
Yeah.
Interesting to see how that plays out.
Maybe they found a weakness and they're trying to exploit it, but I think with that much pressure on one side, the Italians will react to that fairly well. Okay, here we go into round 2.
See much better here, that
Yep.
stacking going on the left.
Right. And you can see the big Czech fighter Pavel right in the middle there.
Yeah. With
He's
his
gonna
big
step
halberd.
back a bit. You can see how already one Italian fighter has lost his weapon. In a slow
Big halberd hits
changeover
going in on
there.
the head.
Have we got any grounded fighters yet, can you see?
Yep, I think I can see a Czech fighter and an Italian fighter down at this point.
Great movement there from these big Czech fighters out there, and the Italian goes slamming to the ground there. Great sweep there, but cannot get that big Czech fighter down. And I think there are more Italians hitting the ground now. This could be difficult. Maybe we'll see a comeback again
we
from the
could.
Czech Republic.
Yeah, as we said earlier, just because they lose the first round doesn't mean that they're out.
I think they fight better when they're on the back heel.
Yeah, definitely, as you said, more Czech up now than Italians.
Yep.
And there goes another Italian fighter taking a Czech Republic fighter with him.
Yeah. And there's a whole heap of
Italian fighter doing a
coming out.
fantastic job of holding on to that list there.
Oh,
He has not moved.
2 Italian fighters went down with 1 Czech fighter, so they do not have the numbers this time. And again, a great
Big takedown by the Czech fighter with the painted helmet there. Then he on
Great
straight
movement
on there to start hitting with that halberd.
Oh, this is good movement now from the Czech Republic, coming from both sides.
Another
So
another
nice
Italian
defense there
fighter
coming-
goes down.
Oh, that's a massive
Big
takedown!
hit! What it? Blindsided, utterly
Absolutely
blindsided.
wonderful. Slams him into the list there.
Second time that fighter's done that now. 2 big blindsides.
I think now the Czech Republic in full control of this round. It's hard to see exactly how many they've got.
Good teamwork there from the Czech Republic. That Italian
See
fighter
one
in the
of
corner.
Italy 3 fighters who is just been quite evasive there.
Another Italian fighter goes down,
And I think
and that is it.
called.
The marshals are calling it.
So,
1 round each now.
the Czech Republic have drawn it out.
Doing what they do best, coming back from a loss.
Well, the early push there coming from the Czech Republic really paid off. But yeah, they hold on to a number of fighters at the same time. That's pretty impressive.
It's a good tactic. If you as an individual can wrap up 2 or even 3 other fighters,
Yeah.
you're giving your team an advantage without anyone being on the floor at that point.
Certainly breaking the line in 21 versus 21 is on paper easier than 5 versus 5 because there are fewer people looking at you at the same time. And in fact, when Czech Republic had the opportunity to take them from both sides, well, that's where they had the obvious advantage.
Yeah, it turns out that tactic of theirs of stacking one side paid off.
They did, yeah. And I think they even sold them a dummy because they kind of dispersed that side tactic after it had taken effect.
Yeah, they went in with all force of it, and then that second row started to disperse themselves wherever they were needed.
Of course, you had that big fighter right in the middle there, Fuddle, who was doing some serious damage.
Yeah, he held the line quite well on his own for a bit there, but he was taken down.
Yep.
And we're seeing him. He's not in this round.
It looks like they're fixing his plumes though. That's
It's understandable. Difficult to fight with one's plumage.
well, that's it.
All in tatters as it is there. What I love is the fact that he's kneeling and that's someone standing, and there's not a whole lot of difference.
Right, well, a solid line there from the Czech Republic, whereas the Italians appear to be copying that bunch tactic on the left. On their left.
It looks like they're trying to replicate it, doesn't it? The Czech look like they're lined up to meet it. Both of them stacking over to the same side with a gap, which you rarely see at the start of 21's fight.
Very rare, very rare. Either this is going to go to a huge clash to one side, and they'll be able to expose it from around the empty area, or it simply won't work, and so the open space will be missed.
Yeah. Both teams are now spreading out to meet either side of the list.
Still some numbers there, not quite right in the Italian team. I'm not sure if in fact that fighter was told to leave because there was something wrong with his armour. In any case, it appears that they're happy to continue now. So we go into the third and final round of Czech Republic and Italy. You notice even the flag wavers before, they're all standing here just in front of the commentary box, glued to the action to see Italy hopefully take on a win.
Can't imagine it's every day they get to see something like this.
I doubt it.
Marshall's doing final counts.
Right, Marshall looks happy.
Yep. I think we're about to get underway.
Okay. Already the support from the crowd comes through, charging up the Italians.
There they go. A much slower start than previous rounds.
But very aggressive from the Czech Republic, but the Italians holding that line there, blocking off the offence. And you can see some Czech fighters have gone through. Not sure if they'll obviously break the line.
Bodies on the
just
floor
yet.
there, can't quite make out. I do see an Italian tabard on the floor.
Yeah, that's so there are two Italians.
Czech
I can see
fighter
two
down there
Czech
as well.
fighters down, that's right. Again, another Italian has lost his weapon. It's happening quite frequently with these guys.
That Italian who pushed through the Czech line has been wrapped up there.
Yeah. Again, another Italian weapon has been lost. It's a halberd this time.
Something to work on with their training, keeping hold of their weapons.
Yeah, they need to be careful because the more that the Czech Republic push forward, the more risk there is that they'll be forced back into their corners. So there's some great movement there from both the Czech Republic and Italy. Oh, great takedown there from the Czech Republic. Very aggressive fighting there. A nice move there against the big Czech Republic fighter.
looks like he is
who's gone
down.
And
Yep.
so is the
So-
Italian, however. Great chance there coming from Italy to the two Czech fighters at the back. You can see a few skirmishes, one of them very, very aggressive. The Italian runner who's actually been stopped by
Oh,
the
the
marshals.
marshals are
there,
calling
but
it.
there
Oh.
is something wrong. I think it might actually be an injury, unfortunately.
Yeah, the gloves are off.
The
Medics
check.
are making this immediately.
Yeah, so it has been stopped for the moment.
It's amazing that in amongst all that chaos and all those bodies on the floor, one of the marshals managed to spot that something was not quite all right, and instantly those medics are in there.
Yeah, well, the number one priority of the marshal, of course, is safeguarding the fighters.
Of course.
They know exactly what's going on. So that there will be a short break here. Then we'll get straight back to...
And there's that Czech fighter being carried off.
You see there some very aggressive fighting. It's a great takedown from that big Czech fighter. And you can see that we see now that the fighting has resumed. Straight back to it. You can see
There's
some
two
aggression there.
Czech halberdiers. Got that Italian halberdier boxed into a corner
I
there.
think actually the Czech Republic may well
Almost
have
got
an
him
advantage
there.
here.
If one of them can tie him up, the other starts hitting. There we
Strong
go.
Czech
There we
Republic
go.
fighters.
Fantastic takedown. He's very happy with that. I think maybe he should turn around and get back into the fight though.
They're starting to tire, but I think the Czech Republic now have the
I
advantage.
think this one's gone to the Czech.
I think this one is going to the beginning of the end.
Italian
We've got
fighter's
two
gone
more
to the knee.
fighters up.
2 up still.
Really restricting the movement of that. It's sweeping his legs out of the movement, and that is it.
There we go.
Victory for the Czech Republic.
2-1. Again, a bit of a surprise ending to that fight there, with Italy getting that early first round win, but then the Czech Republic coming back to take rounds 2 and 3. Something that they did as well with their 5s team earlier today, often losing out on the first round but coming back to win in the end.